Morning. How you doing? Welcome to a workout, yeah. So today's leg day. For those that don't know, I have a rotor me. I do chest and shoulders, back biceps, legs, triceps, and I rotor them round. But I also have a rotor with the equipment that I use as well. So I use certain equipment and they fall on different days. Well anyway, today's legs and triceps day, and it's fallen on the day that I should be using the chest expander and the wall exerciser. I don't know how I'm going to train legs with the chest expander and the wall exerciser, but I'm going to have to find a way to train them out because it's a legs day. I know how I'm going to train triceps, that's obvious, but it's going to take a little bit of thinking to train legs with a chest expander and a wall exerciser. Yeah, so I'm warming up on this Spenby 1970s Sculler. Now the good thing about this, I mentioned it before, it's not like a modern rowing machine, it's more like a leg press machine. And it trains legs exactly the same as a leg press machine, and it trains your grip, your forearms and your lats. Yeah, if you hold your back backwards a little bit, it trains your back. It's a really good piece of kit. It's better than any modern rowing machine. But they don't call it a rowing machine, I think I've just mentioned it, they call it a Sculler. It's fantastic. And 10 minutes on this is a workout, I'll tell you now. So the walking people, what I've been doing every morning, Monday to Friday, it's knocking corny out of me, I'll tell you. It really is hard work, because I'm not just walking 3 miles, I'm power walking 3 miles. I said earlier on the walk that you went off your toes, you don't. I've been reading it, you set off, you push off on your heels. You have to read it, Steve reads. And another mistake I've made is I power walk for 3 miles. And Steve Reed did not power walk for 3 miles, I think he did it for about half a mile. So what I'm going to do in the future, because it is hard work, is still walk 3 miles, but I'm going to power walk the first half mile and walk the rest of it, because it's impossible to keep it up all the way around. It really, really is hard work. And another good reason why I picked 3 mile walk, if you read the book by Charles Atlas, he recommends walking 3 miles every day for fitness. So yeah, I'm going to do 10 minutes on this, get the legs really working, and then I'm going to start a leg workout with the chest expander and wall exerciser and triceps as well. But these old legs are aching now, I'll tell you now, they're really, really aching. So for today's workout, I'm going to flick through a few oldies. So I'm going to use Eugene Sandow's Wall Developer, Eugene Sandow's Chest Expander. There'll be something on there that can train legs or triceps. I'm going to use the Terry's Chest Expander Wall Exerciser Guide. I'm going to find some exercises in there. And I'm going to use this fella here, Joe Bonamo. He's got some leg exercises in here, quite interesting, that you can do with a chest expander, so I'm going to give them a go. So these workouts you can do for legs with chest expanders, and they're in these old books. Anybody that has chest expanders, wall exercises, I recommend this for definite, Joe Bonamo. It's fantastic. There's a full kind of workout on its own in there. I think it goes through 6 or 7 stages, and really is good. Really, really is good. If I didn't do loads of different stuff, I'd try that on its own, but you know, it'll never happen because, you know, I film everything, I don't want it to get boring and stale. I want it to be different every video, and that's why I do different things all the time. But yeah, there's that, Sandow, get that, that's brilliant, you can get them off online. And Teddy's, you have to buy that, unfortunately. I bought that, it cost me 25 quid, worth every penny. Yeah, there's a few things in there. You do like get an overlap of exercises on all of them, but there's one different thing in all of them. You get something new out of everything, so yeah, it's good to have a few things. Anyway, glasses off, training starts, legs. I'm going to start with toe squats, yeah. Some people call these knee bends, I like to call them toe squats. But you have to have your heels together, your feet facing outwards that way, and you have to get on your toes, and then you have to do knee bends. Your hands must be on your hips so that you can't get any balance, it all comes from your core. It's an hard exercise, to be honest with you, but if you watch carefully, you see everything tense: calves, quads, glutes, everything. Off we go. Right down. I've got to take shoes off for these because they stop me using my body correctly. Right. All the way down. Try and go downwards. That knee's giving me some jip again. Getting stuck. Oh. Ten of them for now. Toes, knees, everything's hurting today. It's that walking, it's shattered me, to be honest with you. Put a different t-shirt, I'm not blowing. It's too hot. It's pure, don't know what it is, it's like wool or something. But you just get sore in that, it's unbelievable, it's really uncomfortable. Wish I wouldn't have bought them. Right, off we go. Right, off we go. Last set. If you're trying these at home, people, you know when you go on your toes, you have to really tense your glutes as hard as you can. And that keeps you upright. And if you don't tense them, you'll sometimes see me nearly fall over. It's because I forget to tense them, and it's that keeps you upright. Big squeeze at the top, yeah. Always hurts, yeah. And you get a good pump down here, down there. You can feel it in your quads. You definitely feel it in your calves. It's a full leg workout, and you feel it in the hamstrings and glutes. Right, so this first exercise using the chest expander comes from Joe Bonomo, and it's the body lunge. Now, on his drawing, he don't do a full lunge, but these days we do, so I'm going to do a full lunge. We start here, then as we lunge forward, we lift the arms in the air, pull the chest expander back here. So it's a bit of a double whammy, it's a bit of a leg exercise and a shoulder exercise as well. So off we go. First set of them. Quite a difficult exercise that, there's a lot going on. One thing in particular it does do, it trains this injured shoulder, because when you push the spring out, you're actually pushing the shoulder out of the socket, So you're getting that nice gap where it's all inflamed. You're creating a gap there, and you're also building the strength in the shoulder to hold that gap, yeah? Because this is what the problem is with my shoulder. It's kind of all crunched in and weak. There's a lot of friction in there, a lot of rubbing and clattering about. That exercise strengthens the muscles to be able to open that space. Really good. Right, let's do another set of these. Right, for this next chest expander exercise, I'm going to use the Joe Bonomo book again, and I'm going to do this exercise here, yeah. Never done this before, and I can imagine it can be a little bit dangerous with the fact that it can slip off your foot, so you've got to be really careful. So start here, up there, yep. Press down, 1. On that leg. Feel it more on my biceps, to be honest with you. Now I've got an horrible feeling it's going to slip off this foot for some reason. It's not as good as the other one. 20. Next set. I think I did 18 then. Don't know why I did 18, I just stopped. I tried it that time without putting the foot on the floor, and it brings a lot of balance in, and you tend to tense the thighs more. So it depends how you want to do it. You can either put your foot on the floor, or you can try to keep your foot off the floor. You get more of a flexion that way. Right, this next exercise is a little bit scary, yeah. It's out of the Joe Bonomo book, but I'm really scared that this this handle is going to flick off my toe. So I'm really wary of that, but I'll give it a good go, and I did it okay, so let's see. But the good thing about it is where you hold this one, you hold it above. So if it did flick off, it'd go that way. I don't think it'd hit you, but if you try this one, what I do is I really point that toe, and it keeps this stirrup down. If I let the toe go up, it'll come up. So that's what I do, point my toe. So off we go. 1. 10 on that side. If I'm being completely honest with you, this is harder on shoulders than it is on legs. The shoulders have to hold the chest expander up, and they give out before the thighs. So I'm only going to do one set of these, but they're worth doing. They're still worth doing. Ten of them. What I did that time, I held it closer to my chest because I knew it wasn't going to roll off my foot with my toes being pointed. So I held it closer and it took all stress off shoulders. So that felt a little bit better on legs. This is an interesting exercise, people. Again, it comes out of Joe Bonamore book, and it's hip abductors. He calls them the leg spread, but it's a hip abduction workout. So this will be interesting. So I'll put it back to 2 strings. You don't want to strain those hip abductors. You don't need a lot of weight. I see a lot of people training hip abductors and putting loads and loads of weight on, and it's only my humble opinion, but it's a little bit of a mistake. They don't need a lot of weight, the hip abductors. Right, so you get a good position on there. Lift your legs up and spread. Wowzers. You know, I've never dreamed of doing that before. What a fantastic exercise that is, yeah. Really sorts your hips out, yeah. Really does. Good. Very good. You feel it there, right inside that tight bit there. Brilliant. Yeah, I want to talk about this book and why I bought it. Somebody recommended it. One of my YouTube subscribers recommended this book. And unfortunately, I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry about that, but I'd like to thank you personally on a massive thank you. It's a really great book. And there's loads in here that I wouldn't have dreamed you could do with a chest expander until I bought this book. Really is fantastic. Anybody that's into chest expanders need to buy this book, yeah. I got mine from America, it was worth every penny. Right, next exercise again. Oh, sorry, next set, same exercise. Right, I'm only going to do 2 on these. Don't want to strain these abductors too much. Oh, 10 of them. That gets hard quick. Yeah. Now, anybody with a bad lower back, your back will probably crack when you do them because it'll like align your back and your hips and everything. Don't worry about it if it does that. It's just your back realigning you. But that second set, I really felt it in the bottom of my back, right at the bottom, and it kind of were training those muscles that surround your spine. It's a good exercise. Right, so this exercise is out of the Joe Bonamore, but I'm not going to do it his way. I'm going to do it the Spenby wall chart way. There's a Spenby wall chart I've got, and he recommends another way to this. And now what he recommends is there, squat down and pull. But unfortunately for me, I find it pulls me forward, and I don't like that feeling. I want to squat right down. So I'll adopt the Spenby way above my head, and I'll squat down that way. And I find it don't pull me forward as much, it holds me up. Big squeeze at the top of the legs. 8. Right, so next set of these. I've had another look at that spend bit and he does them on his toes as well, but I'm not doing them on my toes after I've already done them, so off we go. Remember people, when you're training with light weights or chest expanders for legs, you have to squeeze these as hard as you can. You don't just go up and down, you literally squeeze life out of them. That's what makes your legs grow when you've got no machinery. People forget to squeeze, I'm just reminding you. This is why I find it hard. People wonder why I'm so shattered after only 10 or 12. It's because I'm squeezing life out of these and it does make you tired. So big squeeze, bang. Squeeze the glutes as well. Right, so this next exercise is for hamstrings and it comes out of the Terry's booklet. I don't know if you can see that picture. It's them. I find this exercise quite difficult. I get mixed up with what I'm supposed to be doing and I don't know why because it's so simple, but it just confuses me. Right, so basically step away, one step, have the hands there, start down there, don't bend your knees because you're training hamstrings, yep, and then stand up, arms come up, yep. Of them. Right, so for this next exercise it's a little bit similar, but it's out of Eugene Sandow. So he faces the door, yep, bends down, comes up, tenses the erectors. Tell you some of the people that using Sandown knew what they were doing, didn't he? I mean, wow, On paper, that looks so simple, it's unbelievable. And that's like hyperextensions, but stood up. But it's better. I can't explain it. It trains your shoulders, it trains all down middle of your back, your rhomboids, probably trains your triceps, trains your glutes, trains your hamstrings, yeah, and gets blood moving, gets your lungs working. Using Sandow, yeah. Just go on the internet and print these off. Worth every penny. And you might laugh at the exercises, they might look easy, but trust me, they're not. They're really good. They're absolutely fantastic. That surprised me, that. I got a shock. That's fantastic. In fact, it's that good, I'm going to do another set. Right, let's get this second set out of here. I might not get 20 out this time. They are difficult, people, I'm not kidding. Big squeeze there. Keep your legs straight. Just move back a bit. Uh, 15. Oh, 5 more. Everything at back, from my head to my calves, are trained on that exercise. Can feel everything, yeah. That is brilliant. I think I said it was brilliant before, but it is, it's fantastic exercise. Wowzers. So listen people, you can train legs on a chest expander and a wall exerciser. Until today, I didn't think it was possible. Right, I'm going to swiftly move on to this next one. This comes out of the Terry's booklet. Yeah, it's this exercise there. So it's my toe squats, isn't it? But with a wall exerciser. Notice I'm trying to keep the knees forward, and another thing as well, they're actually knee bends, so I've got to try and drop the knees lower. Difficult exercise to get right, this, so bear with me. So drop the knees there and then up. 1, 2, wowzers. Oof, ow, wow, wow, oh, wow, what a burn. I tell you what they're like, yeah, sissy squats. If you've ever done sissy squats, you get a massive burn right there, yeah. I wasn't ready for that at all. That kills. How weak are my quads? Yeah, I don't walk enough. No, what it is, people, is because I've been walking. I've power walked every day for 3 miles, and my legs are absolutely shot. But it's no excuse. I'm going to have a breather. I'm going to try and get 10 out of them. Really difficult exercise. Right, so I've just read the instructions, which I should have done before. I was doing it wrong again. It always pays to read the instructions, people. Don't just look at pictures and think you know what you're doing. I always make that mistake. Right, so it gets harder. You have to get to the top and hold that for 4 seconds. And so yeah, don't know how I'm going to do this. And this thing here should be just in front of your shoulders. So feet 6 inches apart, tippy toes, crouch down like that, yeah, and off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, yeah, it does pull you back, people. It pulls you back. Wow, it's a very difficult exercise, this, very difficult. So difficult. I'm going to have to have a breather again. Really, really cripples you. Right, try again. There's a lot involved with this exercise. There's a lot of mechanics involved and it's hard. Right, crouch down. There. Up. Step back a bit. I had to quit that before I fell over again, yeah. It trains here, right there. It's like your calf here, isn't it? And there's that tendon that runs down to your bottom of your foot. It trains that, and that goes really weak. Yeah, trains your quads, trains your hamstrings, trains your spinous erectors, trains your shoulders, trains everything. Yeah, and your balance. I need that training, don't I? Right, we'll move on to triceps now. Right, so I've moved the wall exercise to the top of the door now. Yeah, I've got this lock on. This next exercise, again, is out of Terry's book. It's a tricep exercise. If you look at it, he's got his palms facing up. He's pulling down like so, yeah. I'm going to do it slightly different. I'm going to pull down that way on one go and then swivel the wrist and push down that way on the other go. So you'll see me that way and then swiveling that way, yeah. And I just think it makes it a little bit different. Off we go, triceps. So, step far enough back so that you get the triceps engaged at least. Keep your elbows tucked in. 1, turn the wrist. 1 thing I noticed when I was doing that then, this damaged shoulder failed to switch the triceps on. I could feel them like moving but not doing a lot, and then halfway through they decided to work. So that just shows how injuries affect you, people, and you have to be switched on to that. Yeah, I tried to turn these triceps on from the start of that movement. I realised they weren't working properly, but I just couldn't do it, and eventually they just decided to work. But they're very, this arm, it feels like it doesn't belong to me. There's definitely some nerve damage there because I haven't got control on it, you know what I mean? Right, next set, see if we can get some tricep activation out of this left arm. That's better. It switched on that time and got tired really quickly, so yeah. There's a problem on this arm for definite, yeah. That's why it's half an inch smaller than that one. I like them, they're not bad. Right, so this next exercise is from the Eugene Sandow wall chart, yeah. And it's for triceps, so you have one arm out and then you just pull the other to there and tense the triceps. Now what this does, it trains the arm that's constantly out because it's constantly tensing the tricep, and it also trains the arm that's pushing out when it reaches that position. So I'll start with this arm actually. So pull out. On that arm, yeah. I'll turn round so you can see what's happening. So this arm's out now, yep. And then this arm. You don't need a lot of weight on them for that to work. Yeah, it really starts to burn quick. Right, another set of these. This arm first. 15. Right, so this last exercise comes from the Reg Park's warm manual, and it's triceps. Now when he does them, he has his palm facing downwards, and he basically holds the weight there, comes down to there and up. That gets difficult really quickly. You get a really nice pull on the inside there. Yeah, good exercise this one, I like it. That's why I went to Reg Park's. I say Parks, it's Reg Park. I always say Parks, so I'm sorry. Right, but it is Reg Park, the great bodybuilder. Anybody remember him? Well, this is from him. Right, last set of these. I'll turn them round and then you can see where this is positioned on the back. But you've got to get it right at the back. You've got to remember to have your hand that way. It's automatic to turn it that way, yeah, and do it that way. But it closes the shoulder joint. And if you've got injuries like me, it's really bad for the shoulder joint. So if you have your arm that way, it keeps it slightly open. So you can see where it's positioned, quite far back, yeah. And doing it that way really does tire the tricep out pretty quickly, to be fair. If I find that better than cables, even though cables you get a better pump, but I do find this tires them out quicker. So, that way. That's it, quite far back, and then up. Two more. Normally, that top position is a nice resting position, isn't it? But because the spring's pulling you back, you rest at the top of your pedal because it's just squeezing life out of the tricep. So yeah, that's it. So at the start of the workout, I said, is it possible to train legs and triceps with a chest expander and a wall exerciser? The answer is definitely yeah, it's possible, yeah. I enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed it, and I didn't expect to have an half decent workout, but it turned out all right. Yeah. So again, I know I didn't train biceps, but I like showing them. Look at that, and the old triceps. I could do with better triceps, to be honest with you. I need to work on them, but it's not bad, is it? 50 odd year old, I don't mind. Keep training.